317. I'm doing ankle break. I'm still up. I ain't tired, but I'm sure ankle break I did. I've been did with the dude I created for seasons. I created him for seasons. Okay, here I go. All right, here I go. Made him
76ers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Goes up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid. Here's prime time. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Marshall dishes to Thompson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
No, man, try to point Corey Nolan.
Always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Cole's checked in.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
Prime time's checked in for Cole. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Embiid with the steal. Grant outside. On the wing, Thompson. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Rebound by Pondexter. And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it? Clark, what's your read on that?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
I was supposed to be the last point, but he just blew it.
And here is Marshall. Passes it to Thompson. He dishes it to Brand. Back to Thompson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's prime time. Beyond the arc. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Marshall kicks to Thompson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Now, here's Marshall. Not a lot of room. Just 5 on the clock. It's deflected.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for prime time. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
That's Josh that I just created. I want a gun.
Now Marshall.
I really do. For real.
Thompson outside. Kicks it to Marshall. Screen by Brand. Marshall passes to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Brand dishes to Marshall. That one's off, still out of sync.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
Here's Primetime. Gets the bucket.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. What are your thoughts, Shaq? And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Because when Deshaun didn't get on the team, we could have played. We could have two the first team on the same team, but he didn't. See, I'm earning.
Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along.
Y'all gonna see me with my like after my tomorrow I'm gonna be going to Canada, but like my birthday next Saturday, so I'm gonna be having my camera I'm gonna be having my camera after the day after my birthday. Okay, I am ready for this.
That's starting it.
We've got
Controller settings point.
NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana. The home of the Pelicans. Right here on 2K Sports. Coming in off the road, the Pelicans are back in New Orleans for this one. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
It's always nice to come home. You're comfortable, you're excited, and certainly you have the fans there looking for you to bring your best basketball and get a win. And oftentimes your fans can energize you when you're in your home building.
Yeah, and emotionally, that's a huge help. I mean, it doesn't necessarily always translate to your performance on the court, but I tell you what, it does give you that sense of confidence that you can get the job done.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can...
Just broke him again. Just broke him again.
Shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin will see how they do.
Thanks again, Doris. Here is Durant. And the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Ibaka, no luck. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Washington Wizards.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
That's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's prime time following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And that one's good. That's 10 points for prime time.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Roberson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Screened by Ibaka. Outside Durant. Outside Westbrook. Here's Roberson. And that one goes long. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's prime time. He's coming off a 28-point game against Washington. 2 on the clock. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of area.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percentage?
New Orleans leading by 7. Here's prime time. 10 points for him. Ibaka comes with the double team, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Here's Westbrook. Again, Oklahoma City. Here's prime time. Those numbers of his aren't a mystery. He's actually averaging 32 points a game. That's a sensational total. Here's prime time. Durant with the steal. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
I don't know what's happening
right now. Like, for real, in this game, blowing me.
Defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Prime time's checked in for Norris Cole. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball after Westbrook's missed 3. And the shot is good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Adams. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Payne kicks to Westbrook. Good on the baseline, Jay. Westbrook's got 13 points.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Here's prime time. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now, here's Westbrook. He picked up 18 points in the last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Fires from the line, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Prime time. Oh, he hits it! How about that shot?
Big time! Big time!
Incredible! And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children. Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is out there with Payne, and it's McGarry in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Payne, defense right on him. Left side Ibaka. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends another couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game, and that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else.
That's good. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for McGarry. Left side Durant. Payne with a screen for Durant. Ibaka with a screen on Evans. It's stolen by Davis. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. You look at what Anthony Davis has accomplished so far in his career, the historic comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. For a kid 23, Greg, the historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
Durant kicks to Jordan. And a strong finish with two hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. With some arc. The shot is off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to hit that jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Durant sets a screen for Payne. Baseline try. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Primetime's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Gordon kicks to Evans. Passes it to Primetime. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Durant, the pass to Payne. And there's the feed to Ibaka. Stolen by Anderson. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Evans leading the charge. Ibaka comes with the double team. Here's Primetime. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Primetime's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And the call will be against Primetime.
Okay, early foul. And then second foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Ajince is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Ibaka. Collison comes in for Kevin Durant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Primetime's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Roberson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
But they'll get another chance. Pelicans leading by 13. Gordon with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Primetime, rejected by Collison.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Here's Adams. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of the way.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
And Roberson kicks to Adams, and Jordan has it in the corner. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Clock at 6. And Adams now top of the key. Plenty of space. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Roberson's got 4 this quarter. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Primetime, and it's blocked by Jordan. Westbrook dishes to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. He's feeling it. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Over Ajinça. Off target on the 15-footer. And we finished one half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I don't care about them stupid halftime.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They lead by 14. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Davis. And it's Primetime and at the 1. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity. It's nasty. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Cole's check-in for New Orleans.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Primetime's checked in for Cole.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Jordan kicks to Roberson. He dishes it to Durant. Ibaka outside. Takes the 3. They get it back. Jordan. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Ibaka comes with the double team. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunked so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
Payne, he's checked in for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 20. Inside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
The Gary's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pelicans leading by 18. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Primetime, the pass to Davis. Feeds it to Evans. Here's Primetime, defended by Durant, and he gets it to go. Primetime's got 47 points.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Screen by Ibaka. Durant dishes to Ibaka. Here's Payne. Lays it up and banks it in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Primetime. He's covered by Westbrook. That's good. 49 points for Primetime.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
Thunder trailing by 20. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. He feeds it to Payne. They set the pick. In the corner, it's Westbrook from outside the arc. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Primetime. He's covered by Westbrook. Primetime. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Omer Asik. He's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Cunningham comes in for Primetime. And it's Pondexter in for Eric Gordon. Primetime's checked in for Tyreke Evans.
Primetime.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Primetime. Flanking it by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Primetime's got 12 points in just the second half. Thunder trailing by 19. Outside Durant. Just his first attempt. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Primetime's got his 4th rebound in this one.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Westbrook passes to Payne. Outside Durant launches a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Primetime, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. One guy has been getting it done is Primetime.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson's checked in. There's a good screen to the middle. Here's Adams. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Primetime, the pass to Cunningham. The pass to Primetime. Let's go. And it's blocked by Adams. And they'll keep possession. Clock at 4. Here's Primetime. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Roberson. Left side Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Gets it off. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if...
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Nick Collison out there with McGarry. Then there's Anthony Morrow. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Foy in at the point guard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Thunder shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And he banks in the layup. Foy's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. Pass to Primetime.
And, you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere. And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Singler for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Foy dishes to Singler.
I like it for New Orleans.
He kicks it to McGarry. Takes the 13-footer and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
For mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Payne, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. They double him with Payne. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Singler. Here's Primetime, and that one's good. Primetime's got 6 in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Payne kicks to Collison. Payne with it, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And stolen by Payne. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. Lots of room. Again, Oklahoma City. Here's Primetime.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something.
I broke his ankle. What? Ankle breakers. He wasn't even bombing. You see how he be on another dude? Ankle breaker.
The NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Dishes it to McGarry. Pass to Morrow. The 9-foot shot. Good as the jump shot falls. Morrow's got 4 points this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Primetime.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
Look at me. I'm like, well, I'm going. Might as well go for a dunk. Look. Y'all see that? I'm going in the sky. Psych down. Bop.
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. From the wing, that's good.
Yeah, what a play right there. Got his man tumbling to the floor, and then the balance to knock it down.
Unbelievable move. Rush hour handles supreme right there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. to the inside. Morrow, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
And talking about Anthony Morrow's development, he did it the hard way. Came in undrafted in his first pro start. 37 points. Remember that game? Most points ever by an undrafted player in his rookie year.
Yeah, it was amazing, that game. And, you know, the 2010-2011 season, he had the second highest three-point percentage in league history. I mean, he's been traded multiple times in his career, though, because he's still refining the rest of his game, wanting to be more than just a shooter.
Prime time's checked in for New Orleans. And Morrow drops them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's prime time. Payne with the block. All by himself. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for prime time. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Foy's checked in. No one near him. And that one's good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Payne. And now a fast break for the Thunder. It's stolen. Now here's Ashit. Here's prime time. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
New Orleans foul call. Prime time.
And the first one drops. That misses, so he splits the free throws. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline.